15K, them boys be knowing how to play. 15K, them boys be coming with it. Fuck it, I'll play the 15K. I ain't never scared. Let me see, who got the best playbook? Titans, the Tampa Bay, and the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Rams. Cause at least I know the Rams got a winning playbook. They made it to the playoffs. The other two niggas ain't make it to the playoffs. Come on, Mahomes. You know I gotta get you. You got Mahomes, running back. Dante Freeman or David Johnson, Kiko. Or Philip Lindsay.
Hold on.
Dante Freeman.
Who is Dante Freeman?
From running back. They are running backs. Dante Freeman was a running back for the Falcons. David Johnson was a running back for the Cardinals. And Philip Lindsay running back for Broncos. One got 84 speed, 83 speed.
I say David Johnson. What's the overall?
They 82, 82, 81. David Johnson, 82. I'm going to go with David Johnson.
Yeah, I would say David Johnson.
Stephon Diggs, OJ. Okay, come on, baby. You know I got to get you. We got another wide receiver at 80. Come on, Fitzgerald. And they gave me another running back, T.Y. Hilton, 84. Fuck it.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I will play with you. Early I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I'm coming right. I ain't finna fade with you.
Y'all making it easy.
I gotta come clean like
right now,
I know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take no
Good news, he's 6'1". He ain't that fast, but he's alright.
You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah.
Tyrann Matthew. You don't like Matthew? He's short as motherfucker, 5'9".
Great color coats. No, I
Matthew.
So what position?
Strong safety. He 5'9".
Who the other guy?
Free safety, Kevin Bernard. He only 5'11". Then they give me a cornerback at Maryland Murphy. Maryland Murphy. And the car's at 82, 80, 83. I'm gonna go with this free safety.
I'll take Matthew if I had to.
Yeah.
He's short, but he get the job done though.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
QB. Okay, now let's get it. Ooh. No, that ain't no deal. We already know what that's gonna be. Wide receiver, you know I'm getting Mr. Brown. And then we got my last pick, free safety. God damn. Adam Thielen. Todd Gurley, free safety. Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas 5'10". 26. I'm gonna have to fuck with Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas ain't good this year, man. They got him slow.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he just the 80, but I don't have. They didn't give me a whole lot of options for cornerback, so I gotta get him.
I feel you gotta pick what's the best one out there.
Yeah. They didn't. I only got 2 decent cornerbacks, and I need 3, so I gotta get them to bag up that slow cornerback I got in that position. They didn't give me nobody on my defensive line. Nobody for like left end or right end. So I ain't gonna get no pressure. Fuck. I hope I can win one. Well, I am on there. My defense sucks. I'm just a 79 on defense.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a
I got 2 greats on my team.
The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. This to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I got people in red on offense already, and I've been on defense
position as they come up 1st and 10.
How the fuck my offense is tired? My offense is tired, and I've been on defense for the last 4 plays.
Gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
I don't want no run pass. That would be throwing me out, man, with that run pass option. I just regular want the regular run pass. As soon as I pick one, I'm thinking it's a regular run pass. Then they want to act like it's a run. Good job, Elliott. I forgot I got Elliott back there. I need to hit that button like he
territory. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
A 50-50 ball, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
My bad.
Oh, man.
My bad. I hit the wrong button. You see the man wide open, right? Going down the sideline. Oh, that's my bad.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with that? I didn't think he'd come
this ain't that much game. I got time to come back.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Pick it up.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
What you doing, pick six?
Yeah, they made that. I had somebody
now
on,
at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
All right.
Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
I see them double tap.
I told you.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes.
Come on, man. Look at these niggas.
Look
how fast he got over there. That would be killing me.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Come on, y'all.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And they'll get it up just short.
Look at that play right there, boy. We need to find that play. That's a good play.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route.
What you think?
Drove it with excellent pace.
I see it, but I can't tell you what it was. I couldn't see the play on that thing.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that's a
shot. Only two there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mahomes to throw once more.
Ooh, he done me. He got me that time. I just like to play, dog. I just want to see. My bad.
They have it at the 38.
Hey, you wait. Hey,
I waited too late.
You knew you were going to him.
I should have hit through.
Yeah, you should have hit him as soon as he did his cut. When you knew that cut was coming, that's when you should have hit that pass there. The ball should have been meeting him there when he cut.
Yeah, you're right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try to get things moving.
So get it to the horse.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play action. He running play action plays.
This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
Come on, man, get in there.
Is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down.
All right, let me see if he comes down. We got to figure out what's in his offense. I don't know nothing about his offense. I know the defense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 44.
See, look at that bullshit, man. Clean the ball.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Thank you.
Looking for
Thank you, nigga. I told you I ain't no pussy, nigga.
Picked up by Levante David.
Run, nigga. You had that fucking like you got a... You running like he got a fucking hamstring or something. What's wrong with you?
6 and a Raven touchdown.
You better run like a motherfucking sick horse in the glue truck behind.
Dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really
Give me
difficult
some of that
when
grain.
you throw it in that
I got
direction
some
and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I'm going to try you one time.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
Ooh, nigga got me in, boy.
Shape a little bit now, and I'm
He
going to
got
take it to the
me in.
basketball world.
Ooh, he got
When having trouble scoring
to the
or moving
blitzing
the ball
side.
in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Thank you. I told you I ain't no chump. Why you playing with me like I'm a chump, nigga? Why you playing with me like I'm a chump? Ain't no motherfucking chump. This what I do. Pick 6 back to back. Keep playing with me. I told you I ain't just doing it like that.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love
Pick
seeing
6
pick
back to
sixes.
back. Come on, throw
Nothing
me a
like seeing
nudge.
someone pluck it out of the air
keep
and go
fucking
the
with
other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bryant's extra point up
I
and
knew
good.
you was a rookie.
And that makes the score
I'm going to keep the
14-7.
ball in your hands because my defense out here putting points on the board.
This is fielded a couple
Try
yards
again,
deep.
nigga. Try it again.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive
that was trash. That was so trash right there. That was so trash.
Washington.
Good job. Oh, now you want to dance? Okay. I got something for you dancing, man.
As they are an extra
I got
point
something
away now
for
from
you
tying
dancing,
this
man.
football game.
It's
And on
cold
that
blooded,
long
man.
run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
He hit sticking me on my ankles. 10 minutes. How the fuck is he hit sticking?
The Raven offense set up the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
God, I hate that animation where they hit you like you're knocking the man off his balance.
Convert that into much, but it's
And
never
then,
a bad idea
it
to
takes
try to get the
forever for
ball
them to
into a tight
regain
end
their
of his
balance.
caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete.
It's my fault.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes.
God,
incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Vic, welcome to the team, baby. Welcome to the team.
Damn, boy, you did that quick.
Oh, yeah.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting that length. That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, McCaffrey.
Man, I hate when they do that.
And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a
we
first
can come
down.
in the box and not have to get
We've seen him break off a big run
way.
already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to the second level. Because sometimes they'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here's Borden. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
You got to work tonight anyway, don't you?
Pick up, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts... This is caught at the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy,